Hello, I'm Jomika, and welcome to another Bedrock tutorial. Today we're going to build an early game kelp farm that requires no redstone. It's great for getting all the fuel you need to power your furnaces without costing much at all. You can even get some food from the dried kelp. So if we take a look here, this is a fancier version of what we're going to build today, but the concept is exactly the same. You walk up here and you punch out the kelp piece that you can reach, and then they all float up and drop down on your head. You can then pick them up and put them into a furnace to cook it up. So just there we got 63 pieces. There was one stuck up at the top. You can fix this by just adding more blocks up top if you really want, but yeah, that's something that didn't happen earlier. So yeah, you can extend that if you really want that extra 3 pieces of kelp every time. I guess early game it helps. You could always build it wider, and yeah, you won't have to worry about that. But yeah, you get the kelp, you put it in a furnace, cook it up, and you get the dried kelp out of it. I have so much stuff in here from all the testing. And then with the dried kelp, you can eat. Let's take a look here. Just take that. So if you're hungry, you can eat it. It gives a little bit. Or you can cook it up, or not cook it up, you can craft it up into dried kelp blocks and put in the furnace, and that'll power your furnace. And yeah, it costs, you get more dried kelp blocks out than you put in. So yeah, as you're cooking and collecting more of that, you're actually increasing your dried kelp block supply. So yeah, we're going to actually build this, but a simpler version. This is as tall as you can go. That's as tall as the kelp will grow. So anything above that, it just won't be worth it. You can go wider, but it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blocks tall. And then a half, just so if you're trying to prevent mobs from spawning up top, you put that extra piece of slab up there, and that actually may stop the kelp from going up over the side there. So yeah, what you want to do to build it is you want to start out with something like this, and just do this as wide as you want. It can be infinitely wide. It doesn't really matter. It's just up to you how many resources you want to use, how much kelp you want to get, and yeah, how much kelp you want to get per swipe. So we're just going to go up a few here. Just build up this wall. We'll go one more. And then in the front here, you want to go up one, but this will be your row of slabs. That way you can punch the kelp that's going to grow in there. And we already have the kelp down there, so that's no problem. That's exactly what you want. And then you want to build this up. And then from here, you can go ahead and place the water in up top. And that will sink all the way down. And right now, these are not source blocks, but as the kelp grows, they will become source blocks. So if you break it now, that piece of kelp won't actually float to the top. It'll just sit there at the bottom. So you really want to make sure that the kelp grows all the way up before you start harvesting for the first time. And then at this point, we're going to build one more up. I mean, you could do it at any level you want, but this just makes it easier for me. And we'll add 2 of these. And then from here, we're going to place, is that right? That is right. We're going to place some walls here. And then some more walls right here. So you have this wall here, and then you go up one and over, you have that other wall. and all the kelp will float across here and go in between this little area. So then you want to add one more layer of water. That'll push all the kelp that comes up, out, and then you're actually done at this point. So you can build it up, what do we say, 17 blocks high, or you can just make it wider. So we'll just go ahead and bone meal all of this so it goes up all the way to the top, and then we can break it and see it in action. But we'll go ahead and make sure that all of these grew to the top, and they did. So go through, break all these, and they should start to rain down on our head. There's that first one we got, and yeah, you can see all the kelp coming down, and there shouldn't be any stuck. Yep, looks okay. Can pick all that up, and then again, if you are trying to prevent mobs from spawning, you can put torches up here or put slabs. And yeah, that's all there really is to it. You could build this super small one, you won't get much kelp. You can build this super tall one, you'll get more. You'll have to wait longer in between each harvest. I don't even know if that's all the way up. It is. So yeah, those will drop down even faster. So if you're like mining down below and you're not going to be up at the top very often, you could probably build taller. And then you can also build wider. And if you really want, and you have the supplies for it, if you're going just for looks, you could do something like this. But I think at that point, you'll probably have a different source of fuel, or you'll have the resources to build a fully automatic one where you won't even have to worry about it. It can just go into a furnace, automatically cook up, and then you just come and craft it every once in a while. But yeah, that's going to do it for this little tutorial. If you want to see more tutorials, be sure to check out the playlist I have on my channel. If you're interested in a survival Let's Play, I also have one of those on the Bedrock server. And yeah, if you like the little tutorial here, be sure to hit that like button. And if you don't want to miss any future tutorials, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And thank you for joining me. I will see you guys next time.